Hi, my name is Alexandra. I'm an educational developer here at SLU, the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. And today I'm with my Ukrainian colleague, Darya Legeza. Would you like to introduce yourself and say something about your visit this week here at SLU?
Hello, Alexandra. Hello, all people from SLU. I am Vice Rector of International Department of International Affairs in Metromotorny Tavria State Agritechnological University in Ukraine. I'm a professor and doctor of economical sciences and a marketing person. Now I'm here by the program between Swedish University of Agricultural Life Sciences and Ukrainian universities. The project name is Learn Safe, and I'm glad to meet you, all of you.
Mm. We're so grateful to have you and your colleagues here from Ukraine. It's an honor to receive you here. And I'm curious, after this week of training, could you tell us something you've learned?
It was really amazing week because actually I admire different digital device tools and use it in teaching. And this week allowed us to get new skills, and not just knowledge,
Mhm.
new skills, practical skills in using of new devices for video materials, for creation materials. For example, Screen Poll. Guys, it's an amazing software to develop video materials for flipped classes, and we have done it, and you will can see it later, all of us. And what more that I get that it just how to prepare for flipped class and how it is important to use flipped class during distance educations. Thanks, Mina. We understand that distance education it's very important and essential even if you have offline classes
Mm.
because a lot of people, inclusive people, do not have possibility to visit your class sometimes. Maybe they work, maybe they are on the rural territory and located not comfortable for university. Maybe they have other tasks and they can see your materials. They can watch, sorry, your materials at home online after working day, and moreover, it motivates students to learn new materials. It's really interesting.
Mhm.
For example, today when Alessia prepared her video materials for flipped class, I have knew more about food safety
Mhm.
and
Okay.
food systems.
Mhm.
So what more we have new
Yeah.
is that you can use artificial intelligence and in ChatGPT. ChatGPT
Uh-huh.
is really helped students to get new informations. Yeah, and it's very important how students use this ChatGPT, and for teacher is very essential to give them guidelines what they
Mhm.
should to do, what they had not to have not to do. It's very important.
Yes. Oh, that's a lot of very interesting and important topics that are applicable and interesting for teachers in many places, I think. And if you were to give some advice to other Ukrainian teachers about the pros and cons of video materials and teaching with film, what would you say to them?
First of all, about pros. It's just do not worry and do not afraid to use new digital tools in your work because it make you more competitive on the market of professors in higher educationals, not even in Ukraine. Moreover, it inspire your students to visit your classes and
Mm.
maybe to select your classes. You do know that Ukrainian students may select 25% of their classes,
Okay.
so our teachers can use such video materials to promote their classes before selection by students.
Hmm.
This is the second benefit.
Mm.
And the other benefit is that they save their time because when they present video materials, then they do not spend a lot of time to explain this situation during class. And students will have the possibility, for example, per day, per evening, to know more about lectures that they will take next day. It's very important. What about negative? It's just skills of utilization of digital tools. Not a lot of professors, teachers can have such skills, and maybe it will take a lot of time, maybe not a lot of, but time. The other reason is that some software is highly valued, highly expensive for Ukrainian teachers, and it's depend of university and authority of university. Is the university interesting that their teachers upskills the knowledges and skills?
Yeah, so it's from the perspective of the teachers, it could be interesting to recruit more students, perhaps, and then even to save time. Even though it takes time to produce the videos, you also maybe save time in not having to give the same lecture many times because the students can review the material. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You just say your students, okay, guys, see some materials before our class, and we will discuss. And teacher will have time to discuss, to evaluate these materials, and taxonomy of Bloom, evaluation and discussing and analyzing is on the high part of the Bloom, and it is very important not just give the information for students. It is very important to discuss and to get again this information from students, and maybe to learn from him and to discuss some case, and it would be more valued.
So if I understand something correctly, you're mentioning here is the shift kind of the perspective of the teacher or the role of the teacher, because there is so much information out there, right? But how do we help students make sense of that information and then also use it in different ways, right? In these more complex learning tasks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are correctly right. Um, Flipped classes and video materials in how complex give the good possibility to develop creativity and making solution for among students.
Hmm.
It's very important.
Okay. Thank you. You and your colleagues came here for the training, but we also learned a lot from you as well.
Yes, and actually, we have just here not a big company, just 8 people, but actually we are going to share our information and our knowledge in our universities, actually in Odessa University, in Kiev University, in Poltava University, and in Melitopol University. And we are going to make some presentations in our university how to use flipped classes, video materials, and artificial intelligence in classes of other educational programs, not just processing, not just food processing. It's very important to, and again, in the project, it's very important to share your experience among others, among your colleagues. It's very essential.
Yes, sharing is caring, as we say, right?
Yeah, correctly right.
Yes. And then I must say that something that I've been really impressed by is the amount of curiosity and the collaboration in the group of teachers that you have here. You've come from different universities, you've come to learn, and you bring different skill sets also with you as teachers and as researchers. But then together, the collaboration and enthusiasm you have and really dedication to the teaching and learning at your universities is really moving. I'm very impressed by the group here.
Yeah, I think we have a really friendly, oriented environment, and actually we support each other, and by discussing, by advising to each other how to do it, and sometimes you understand you do not know more in using of digital tools, but your colleague do it well, do it
Mhm.
perfect.
Mhm.
But from the another side, you have a good experience and how to implement artificial intelligence,
Mhm.
and you can advise him or
Mhm.
her.
Mhm.
It's very important. We are very strong. We have very strong environment of teachers and professors in Ukraine, and we support of each other.
Mhm.
Uh, mm, the war make us. As a group, as a real family.
Mhm.
Sometimes we do not know each other, but we need just few minutes to understand and to be a
Mhm.
friend for a long time, not
Mhm.
just for 1 week.
Mm. That's something that I take away from this week also that I would like our SLU teachers to think about too, that by taking chances and reaching out and asking for help and sharing ideas and being brave. You've all been very brave in coming here and doing these things, working with new kinds of pedagogy, new kinds of teaching, right?
Hmm.
That maybe is challenging, being filmed, standing up or sitting down as we're doing here and filming yourself and putting yourself out there. But all of you are doing this, and I think that's a really wonderful example that you're doing in this group, being brave and trying new things and not being afraid to try new things.
We do not have another way.
Yeah.
We just should stay, uh, should be brave, because all of us not just waiting and do anything that they
Mhm.
want, that they can, uh, to make the victory more close to us.
Mm.
We have to do it. We have to be brave. We do not
Mm.
have another way.
Mm. Yeah, there's definitely no other way. Yeah, I
No,
agree.
only
Yeah.
one way, and
Yes.
one way to the victory.
Mhm. Thank you so much for choosing SLU as your collaboration partner in this project. We're really grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you.
And thank you for this opportunity to know more about flipped classes. Actually, I have a question for you.
Aha, okay,
Uh,
sure, go ahead.
mm, what do you think about Ukrainian teachers? What's your opinion about these classes? Was it easy for you to teach Ukrainian professors?
Mm.
What do you think about ours?
Yes. Well, of course, you're a small group of the larger cohort of teachers across Ukraine, right? But what I'm really impressed by is the curiosity and how enthusiastic you are. I mean, it's easy to teach people who are enthusiastic and want to learn.
Mhm.
Um, and I view it as an exchange between colleagues, not necessarily that you come here and me and my colleagues we have all the answers that we're going to give you, but rather we cannot teach without your input because we don't know your teaching and learning environment. And I think throughout this week we've gotten many examples about the kinds of advantages, challenges that you're facing at your different universities, and so that was really helpful and made this training really a joy to do, and fun.
Mm.
So so I'm really motivated myself also to keep learning about about flipped classroom because I don't have all the answers, but together we know more, right? It's like one and one equals three instead of two.
Maybe it's big challenge. It was big challenges for both of us, for Ukrainian teachers and for you, Emina.
Hmm.
Actually, I know that you are from Penn State, and
Hmm.
I am from Penn State too.
Yes.
And now you are in the European University. What can you advise for Ukrainian teachers make to be competitive on the European in on the European higher university institutions
Hmm.
market?
That's a really great question that I think there are many answers to, but one I think of overall is by following the example of your group, is being brave, taking chances, putting yourself out there, introducing yourself to new people, trying new things, being open to new ideas and new ways of working. I think that that's one really important attitude or way of being in higher education that opens so many doors.
Mhm.
This curiosity and reaching out to other people, and maybe sometimes you get an answer, maybe you don't, but or maybe you learn something but it's unexpected, and that's a bonus also, right?
Mhm.
um so I think that being curious, taking chances, if you see an opportunity, ask. The worst thing you hear is maybe no, but then because you asked, right? Then you keep going. So yeah, not giving up and
Mhm.
being brave, putting yourself out there.
You're talking about soft skills, and what about hard skills?
Oh.
What skills Ukrainian teachers should have to be competitive on higher educational institution market?
Oh, I'm a social scientist, so there are so many ways you could answer that depending upon what your parameters are, right?
Mm-hmm,
I think these social skills, these soft skills,
mm-hmm,
are actually the skills that are going to be just as important as knowing how to engage ethically and responsibly with artificial intelligence tools, right?
mm-hmm,
Because the more that the world is changing and we're interconnected with each other across the world, and we face these big global challenges that we need to work together to solve. You have to have these people skills. You have to be able to interact and engage with other people and listen. I think that those are just as important as having the content knowledge, as having the subject
mm-hmm,
area knowledge and the facts.
mm-hmm,
Because without the one, you can't. You need both, right?
mm-hmm.
But this kind of willingness to engage and try and persistence and curiosity and listening. I
Ah,
have to say that's just as important. That's my personal opinion, but
so soft skills is the
yeah.
best of the best.
Eh,
Maybe you're correctly right because it will fire new cutting edge processes in in higher education. Because sometimes I think students cannot communicate and explain the opinion or maybe to solve some decisions.
mhm,
It's very
mhm,
important. I think so. Thank you.
mhm. Yes, thank you so much for talking with us today and sharing your knowledge and experiences, Daria.
Thank you so much too, Alexandra. I'm glad to meet with you, with Mina, and again, I'm glad to meet Galina. Thank you
Mm.
so much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you, SLU
Thank you.
colleagues.
Thank you.